My odyssey started as soon as I closed my eyes. Hazy, everything was unclear, and I was just a speck falling towards the giant blue eyeball. It took place far from home in a desert wasteland. I remember flying. The destination was unclear. Through the desert, I assumed. I saw everything around me as a valley of death. The heat was overwhelming. I could almost feel the sweat. Where am I? I saw them coming. There were two cars and they drove right past me. I could see them walking in a single row as if I was looking through the lens of an old camera. I still don't know who they were. The desert fascinated them though. The cactus, the flowers. I watched them. The more I watched, the more I learned. They were at a picnic, that much was clear. Cold cuts were sliced onto breads and lunch was served. How strange, I thought. It seemed like I was just the audience, and they didn't notice me at all. It was then that I observed a small child sitting in a batch of flowers, picking off petals one by one and eating them. The madness had begun. Where am I now? Strange lights flickered and I woke up. The dimensions were off. This isn't my world. What layer of REM was I in? Have I gone mad? Then I saw it. The flower. The plant that had brought me here. I plucked it and ate the petals just as I observed the child doing so. I was my own. I was leaving. The point of no return. The plane was changing. The crazy whackness had begun. Then I saw him. He called himself God. I was terrified. This shapeshifter was not a creator, at least not mine. I cursed him until I felt myself falling. Falling and falling again. Back to my big blue eyeball. I soared. I soared through the atmosphere, through the air, over the seas. I soared. I felt the wind. I was coming down. I was coming down, and then I was landing. I was safe, I assumed, until I was sent back, and everything rewinded again. Back to the desert. Back to the hell. The heat, my God, the heat. Sunlight sucked the sweat from my pores and the lakes from their beds. God, the heat was overbearing. How do I leave? How do I wake up? The sun is a hell, and it mocks me. It was then that I saw the flower. The flower. The same cactus bloom that I had consumed. It was clear. It said to me, "Eat me." I ate it again and again. I became weak. I became dizzy, and the haze had returned. "Take me back," I pleaded silently, and the darkness consumed me once again. I'm still unsure how much time had passed since I had first landed in the desert, but I was home, it seemed. But things were strange. I screamed, and the neighbors jolted and rushed to turn on their lights. I screamed again. More lights were turned on. The neighborhood had woke up. Where was I? Apollo looked down upon me and dragged me back through the night, through the next level of REM, and my desert odyssey swept me throughout the night of time.